Alright, this is my updated video of what I built back in 2021, either June, July. I did an outdoor kitchen. It was my first one. Pretty excited about it. I think it came out pretty good. The umbrellas still work pretty good. The solar lights are working, but everything is weathered. It's been 2.5 years. You could tell by the corrugated roofing that I had to install. You know, it's been through all hurricanes and the sun, so it takes a beating, but it really does help. It helps to protect this, outdoor kitchen. But let's start here with the plumbing. In my last video, this is what I hooked up. I painted the hose so that it could match aesthetically with the home, but also, you know, to prevent it, help protect it against the UV rays and the rains and all that stuff. So the hose goes all the way underneath, comes up there to that separator, goes all the way up top. This is the P-trap. This is from Camco. It's excellent. I mean, this acts like the P-trap, and pretty much put a hose down there into a pipe. In my other video, you saw I did an L going out to the back, and the water still is good. The pressure is amazing. And that's what I do here. This or this. So the plumbing still works nicely. There's no leaks in there. Sorry for the noise. I added a soap dispenser. Here we had a refrigerator. Well, it was a refrigerator, but it's quit working, so now I put stuff like the remote. The TV still works great. This isn't even an outdoor TV. It's just a $98 TV or something like that, 70 bucks from Walmart, but it still works great. Again, it doesn't get, you know, battered with the weather. I want to show you the tile, still in good shape. The grout, very important to seal that. Excuse me. Added a trash can. The electrical, the outlets here, they were existing outlets, so I didn't want to change or rearrange anything when it came to the plumbing, the electrical, the pavers. It's just electrical cords, and I didn't build this so I can work from that electrical on a daily basis. It's not like a workshop or a garage, you know. It's just outlets with a USB, weather resistant, and they're great. So between the covers and that cover, they don't get wet. And even if when I'm working out or when I'm drying or washing my hands or doing something, preparing whatever it is that I'm doing with the water, it's not hitting any of the electrical, and it's working out pretty nicely. The one thing I would mention is when I got these trim pieces, which I highly recommend if you're going to do something like this, is really nice. But at the time that I was building it, I was looking for, but I couldn't find in any Home Depot or Lowe's. They sell this tri-corner piece where it's a bull nose. It goes like a really nice round this way, and it goes down this way, and you just will install that, cut these straight cuts, and just butt them up, and it looks really nice. But I couldn't find them, so what I ended up doing is just mitering the corner and putting it up. And then I thought we were going to get cut, but we haven't, and it's really looks nice. But I wish I would have found that. If you're going to do anything like that, look for and it's where they sell this, right? You'll see the sticks, but right there's a tray on the bottom, and you'll see the bull nose corresponding to the color, so the tone. So it came out good. The one thing I did wanted to point out now that we're on here is, you see how it's up, but it's flush back here. Well, when I was taking my measurements and figuring everything out, I didn't account for the thickness of the trim piece and another layer of mortar with the tile. So it comes up here, and it also comes up here. But no one seems to know it. And again, we haven't cut ourselves on it, so there's nothing we could do. If I ever do this again somewhere else, I know to take other measurements so I can keep this all in flat. But it looks nice. I mean, no one, like I said, no one really tells. The grill is still in very good shape. Again, this is 2.5 years. It helps that it's covered. I cleaned it the other night. At the end of the video, I'll put in how I cleaned it really quick. Just cleaned up back here. Take this out. So the grill is not in bad shape. Still works pretty good. Oh, this burner here, it's either the burner or the igniter that quit working. And when I built this, I bought spare pieces, and that's why I bought it out, because I wanted to show you. I bought it just in case I needed to repair it or replace it. That and the covers. So once it's time for me to replace it, and the reason why I don't replace it now is because I'm waiting for it to tear up and fall apart. Once I replace it, it'll look brand new again, pretty much. Or as good as it's gonna get. Sorry, let me get this out of the way here. So let's see if it still works. It should still work. This burner here, it just doesn't, it's not igniting. So let's go up in here and turn this on. And this is pretty dangerous, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this one on for right now. I'm planning on replacing this, but see how that turned on. Put this other piece down here. Pretty hot. Let me turn this bad boy on. Let me move this over here. Let me turn this one on. Good. Turn this one on. Good. And we'll just close the cover. And we'll just come back to it. But my lights are still in pretty good shape. I added these shelves before. Just put some greenery to make it look nice. Again, there's not enough heat for it to mess anything up. The pizza kettle, still in pretty good shape. Very good shape, actually. We've used it a couple of times. It's pretty tough to get it up to where it's supposed to be up to, but you just need patience, and you can make your pizza. I added a kit ice maker out here, which stays out here, and the other outlet there. My vents are still allowing this whole unit to breathe. Another thing is, down here, I had no clue how I was going to finish the bottom part as I was building it. I didn't have any plans. It was just kind of in my head. So this is paper. This is contact paper, shelf paper. It's getting loose here, but this is now 2.5 years. And then these guys, when they were new, they really looked good, but you can see how oxidized they've gotten. And again, these pavers were inspected, so I didn't want to dig a foundation or rearrange the pavers in any way. But when I finally found these, if you're going to do something like this, what you can do, these are made for cabinets, like your kitchen or something, right? And they have a magnet here. So let's say you're going to do something like this. Had I known before, I would have done it, but here you can adjust. You can adjust here, and on some of these that you buy, they'll come with like a little plastic tab. This is supposed to be the floor on inside of the cabinet. This is the inside of the cabinet. So you drill a hole on the floor, you adjust it with an Allen wrench, and then you take that white cap and you can cap it right on top. So that way it doesn't, it looks nicer. But if I would have done this idea down there, then we wouldn't have seen this. It kind of gives it an industrial look. So it kind of grew on us, but yeah, that could have been better. Live and learn, right? But this is what and you see, look how much they've oxidized. That's the driving rain. So let's see what we're up to here. Okay, about 400 degrees, still burning, pretty good. But this is it here. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, we have a, before I built this, we had a regular grill that you would kind of kick it to move it around. You know, they have a handle on it, right? So I took the handle out of the old grill and I left it like a towel rack. So this is the handle to our old grill. These here are the ears of the shelves. Let's say this is the barbecue grill, so it had the shelves to go up so you can place your things. That's what this shelf is. I used it, took it out of the old one and put it there. And I have the other one here. And then this is the contact paper. I just figured I'd do something nice, but I never got around to finishing that one. It just took, I just got lazy, I guess. I added a bottle opener. The cooler, still in pretty good shape, I think. I haven't opened this thing up in a long time. Let's see. Yeah, still good. And this is the drain where all the water goes down. I had a couple of guys they were curious about it. So the water goes down there, and what I did was I dug around it and I put big pieces of rock, lava rocks, whatever I could find out in the yard. And so when the water goes down to the ground, it just spreads out, so it doesn't pool up. And I just ran the water, and you see that there's not a lot of water that pooled up there. This cover was the cover from my old grill. I took it and I started cutting it up, and I made this for the ice machine. What else can I tell you? I just want you to take a look. You see these grout lines are still in pretty good shape. No settling, no cracks. We did it right. It took about 40 hours, between 40 to 45 hours to do. And these umbrellas, by the way, I wanted to mention, these umbrellas come in 2 pieces, right? Even though they're half, I just didn't use the bottom part of the umbrella stand. And instead I took them and I put them together and made my projection screen. I had to order one more from eBay, just the bottom part. So these are 3 pieces that I put together. And then up there is like the commercial type shade rollers. You'll see them at like diners and, you know, wherever they wanna have some shade. They were about 13 bucks. You see how dirty it is, but hey, when you have a movie and it's nighttime, can't really tell. Oh, I got the grill on. Let me put this back up. Let's see what we're up to now. Okay, so she's still burning. Still burning. Oof, she's still burning. I gotta fix this. And you see how the lettering is pretty much weathered, because I take care of it. You know, you're gonna build something like this, it's best to just take care of it. And what else can I say? Things like my timer. I got this on eBay. The timer stopped working. Let me see. Oh, we always keep a fire extinguisher ready to go. This one expires 2026, but just in case, it's like a spray can. You just point and shoot, and it's made for all types of emergencies. It's really good to have nearby, handy. Inside is a lot of junk that I've accumulated in the past 2 years, which I've got to really get rid of, or try to do some consolidating. But for overall, just been promising you guys an updated video. I'm sure you guys were curious to see if it lasts or not, but it really does. Like I said, I ordered parts when I built it, so these parts are 2 years old. These are the igniters. They'll probably change out one day. So I ordered it 2 years ago when I built it, just in case. Oh, when I cleaned it, you know what? I wanted to tell you a mistake that I made. The bottom pan here, this pan that's underneath the burners, with this grill, you take that tray and you slide it out backwards. You slide it out this way to clean it. So I can't do that anymore because I got a wall. So what I do now, I'll show you in the video, is I'll take all of the burnt pieces, the charred pieces that's in here, and I'll scrape it into that little opening, the grease catcher in here, and this is how I'll just clean it. I'll take this out, and it's starting to oxidize over there, but I'll probably use some of the paint that I used before, just to bring it back to life. Some guys were asking, well, what if I wanted to change the design? I don't really want to change the design. The nice thing is that the Next Grill, they make a really good product. I mean, I think it's a 304 stainless steel, because we don't cover this. We haven't covered this in a long time. Never, actually. But what I can do is, if I ever do need to replace this whole thing, it's just a few screws that's holding it on each side where they're accessible. I can go underneath here and I can unscrew them. Probably can't see it, but as far as taking this tray out, what I was thinking of maybe removing this ear here, and maybe I could slide this forward. But now I've kind of gotten used to cleaning it from the top and using that grease catch pan just to clean it all, but you just got to maintain it. So here it is, the Next Grill, 2.5 years. What else can I say about this? I hoped I pretty much touched on everything. Because we live in Florida, we've got hurricanes and tropical storms. So you probably can't tell unless I point it out, but I got a screw there, got another screw there, and behind the TV. And what I'll do is, at the end of the video, I'll show you how I use a drape, and I just cover it. I'll show you how I do that. So these lights here are removable. These are just regular lights. I bought these, I believe, on HSN. They were white, but I painted it to match the umbrellas. And you can put them on motion. You could turn them on and off. I leave them on motion. And this is the bottom of where the pipe, I didn't like the way that looked, so I decided just to add this light here. And it really comes in handy at nighttime when you're preparing stuff and the light just shines and just illuminates everything. So my sister-in-law got me a nice little Bluetooth torch speaker, which is cool. Garbage. Haven't changed the batteries in 2.5 years. About 4 D-size batteries, still working great. Yeah, but the electrical is pretty, it's awesome. These electricals, I don't know if I mentioned it before or not, but they're connected to a GFCI that's in the garage. I didn't even realize that until a year later or after. And that's it. What else can I say? This is my build from 2021. Still going strong. We've been having great times with it, getting some compliments, and just like anything else, you have to be careful when you're grilling. You know, you just can't walk away. Make sure that you have plenty of ventilation for the propane. If you're gonna grill something like super greasy, like sausages or anything like that, just don't cover, or I don't cover it, because then all the soot, you could tell, all the soot just comes, the black smoke just comes. So when I'm grilling sausages or something that has a lot of grease, I just monitor it and I'm cooking it open. What else can I say about this? I'm just trying to think about the comments that you guys have made. I don't know, I hope I've pretty much answered all questions. Oh, another thing is with the tile. I know one guy mentioned he would have started from the top, and that's a great idea. I started from the bottom. Again, I said this took me about 40 hours to do. So I was kind of rushing on weekends, time off, and I started from the bottom. But then you have this little piece on top, And builders with an eye, they notice that. Everybody else, they don't care. But you know, you see how it's a joint here, and then the joint over here, it's a little bit, you know, not everybody notices it, but people will notice and they will comment. But you know, for being my first one, I'm pretty proud of it. It's not a tutorial. It was never meant to be a tutorial. It was just to get an idea. One guy mentioned it was kind of close for him, and I agree, but this isn't a permanent build, right? I've got 4 3/8 bolts on the bottom holding it up, just holding it up. That's it. What I can do is I could put some sliders underneath, put some heavy duty casters in the back, and maybe bring this whole thing out maybe 10 inches. I mean, I got the electrical, the plumbing, everything is flexible. I can do that. But when I look at the kitchen, my stove is about the same distance from the wall. So I don't get it. I don't know why. It's got to be maybe because of the propane. I mean, I understand safety. Everything's about safety. I get it. Hope I'm not moving around too much. I'll try to do a once over here. Pretty close. The sink is in great shape. Love the sink. Let's see what else. I know as soon as I'm done with the video, I'm gonna kick myself because I know I'm forgetting something, but hey, just wanted to give you something 2.5 years later. So that's it, guys. One more. Here we go. One more shot. Thanks for watching. Take care. This is it here. You keep it with this bungee. And I have these. These are elevator pad clips. Oh, you can see that. I just put rope so that way it could have something to bite on. And the screws that I showed you earlier, I just hang it on that and I just let it drape. Mainly for flying debris, if I'm gonna have high, you know, winds or things like that. I had extra, so I made this. So this is how it goes. That's it. This is what I meant. I put a covering on this here. I put the plastic bag or something like that. I'll put on the TV in case the driving rains. But there's a hook underneath there. And this is what that looks like. A Tapcon screw or a cement screw. On all 4. In here. There. So it's pretty much what it looks like, but that's pretty much what we do. And how to protect from any flying anything, you know. And that's that.
this